Hey everybody, thought I would play a game of Strat-O-Matic baseball using the 1986 season set. This is in advanced only, which after playing Strat Super Advanced for a while and tinker around with basic a little bit, I think for me anyway, the advanced rules kind of are right in the wheelhouse for me as far as the options I like and not having to deal with the options I don't care about. Particularly this little character right here. The Super Advanced, I really like the realism on it, but it gets annoying having to roll the D20 every single time somebody's on base, so not having to do that in the Advanced is really nice. I still have the left-right splits that I like, still have the ballpark effects that I like, although technically I guess in Advanced you don't use ballparks, but I do, so it's like a hybrid I guess. And I'm using the advanced fielding, which is a little bit less complicated than the super advanced. So the 86 cards are designed in basic and advanced only, but they do have the ballpark effect symbols, they do have the clutch symbols, so if we come across those, those are what I will use. This is a replay of opening day at the Astrodome in Houston between the Houston Astros and the San Francisco Giants. Nolan Ryan on the mound for the Astros and Mike Krukow on the mound for the Giants. Go through the lineups very quickly. You see it on the score sheet. Leading off is Dan Gladden in center. Will Clark will bat second at first base. Chili Davis is in right field hitting third. Jeff Leonard, the left fielder, will bat cleanup. Chris Brown at third will hit fifth. Bob Brenly, the catcher, will bat seventh. Robbie Thompson at second will bat, Brenly will hit sixth. Thompson at second will hit seventh. Uribe, the shortstop, will hit eighth, and Krukow batting ninth. Now, the actual as-played lineup for opening day, Eric Bullock was the left fielder for Houston. He did not have enough games to get a Strat card, so I have substituted Terry Poole in his place. That way I at least have a left-handed bat in case we're off the pitcher card. At least that'll simulate that a little bit better. So he will lead off in left field. Bill Dorans at second base batting second. Denny Wallings at third base hitting third. Glenn Davis at first will bat cleanup. Mark Bailey, the catcher, will hit fifth. Kevin Bass in right will hit sixth. Tony Walker is in center field. He'll hit seventh. Dickie Thons at shortstop hitting eighth. And Nolan Ryan, the pitcher, will bat ninth. So we are ready to get going here. Got the first batter in the box, Dan Gladden, and he will start things off against Nolan Ryan. This is advanced only, so sit back, relax, and enjoy opening day 1986 between the Astros and the Giants. Alright, we get a 2-10, so Gladden against a right-hander, 2-10. He is going to get plunked. So the very first pitch of the game, or first batter of the game, 2-10, Dan Gladden hit by the pitch. So Dan Gladden will reach on a hit by pitch. Is Nolan Ryan a little bit wild there. Gladden is an A stealer, so potentially you could think about trying to steal, although Will Clark is up next. And of course with that comes I'm trying to remember again, reverting back from Super Advanced, about base stealing. So I had to get out the old trusty rule book and make sure I was squared away on base stealing. So in the Advanced, I'll pull it out, show you for those who are not familiar with the game. In the Advanced stealing, you take the runner's rating, which is an A, and you subtract 2. That simulates him being held. And then you also take into consideration, let's see here, the catcher throwing arm. So we got the A rating, which starts him out on the chart as a 15. Going to subtract 2 for being held makes him a 13, and then the arm of the catcher Bailey is a +2, which makes it a 15. So 1 to 15 he will steal, so Gladden's going to give it a go. It's 20, so he's got caught stealing. Anybody would get caught stealing on a 20, so Gladden is out of there, and Will Clark not happy about that. Here's the next batter, Will Clark, 2-8, and that is a single to right field, so that caught stealing really got in the way there. That could have been runners at the corners, nobody out, but caught stealing made sure that didn't happen. Here is Chili Davis, switch hitting right fielder. It's a 1-9 against Nolan Ryan, and that's a 1-2 triple. 3-20 is a double, so Ryan's not fooling anybody. That is a double. So let's check Will Clark. Clark was being held. He runs at a 13, so being held makes it a 12. The double is assumed to go to center field. Center fielder arm. Walker is a -2, so that would make it a 1-10. So they don't want to risk that. They don't want another guy thrown out on the bases. So they're going to go ahead and hold Will Clark at third base. So runners at second and third. One out for Jeffrey Leonard. Infield for the Astros will play in. They want to cut that run off. 6-9 for Ryan is a strikeout. So it didn't matter about the infield. Ryan took care of that with a strikeout. 2 down, and here's Chris Brown. It's a 3-4, and that's a ballpark singles check. Notice they do have the little ballpark figures on these cards, so I'm going with it. And the singles for the Astrodome, 1-10. So we got a 1-10 roll for a single. Anything else, and it'll be a line out to short to end the inning. It's a 17, so that's going to do it. He's not going to do it, and Nolan Ryan pitches out of that mess with no damage done. So after half an inning, if I can speak right, half an inning, the Giants come up empty, and it's the Giants nothing, the Astros coming to bat. And on the mound for the Giants will be Mike Krukow. So Krukow, and in 1986, Mike Krukow was a 20-game winner. He was 20-9, so excellent performance by Krukow. And leading things off for the Astros is Terry Poole. Again, he's a substitute because I did not have an Eric Bullock card. So here's Poole. 4-5 against Krukow is a pop out to first. So since Bullock is a lefty and Poole's a lefty, that would have been the same result no matter who, whether it was Bullock or Poole batting. So that's why I wanted to go with a lefty. Could have used Billy Hatcher, but I wanted to go with that lefty. All right, here's Bill Doran. Whoa, that fell behind there. So let's pull this back. That is a 6. Let me fix this the way I had it now. I messed things up, didn't I? 6-4. So Krukow against Doran, a switch hitter. 6-4 is a catcher X. Catcher is Brenly. And Brenly is a 4. That's an 8. So on the catcher card, a 4 and an 8 is a pass ball and a pop out, but with no one on, it's simply a pop out to the catcher. 2 down for Denny Walling, third baseman. It's a 3-2, and that is a line out to first, snagged by Will Clark. Will the Thrill makes the snag, and the inning is over. So the Astros go quietly 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. We go to the second, no score, and Nolan Ryan back out on the bump. Will be facing Bob Brenly. 1-3 for Brenly is another ballpark singles check. The original card was a single, but we're going to the ballpark 1-10. And that's a 17, so he's going to lose that base hit with a line out to short. 1 away. Here's Robbie Thompson. It's a 5-8 against Ryan. That's a strikeout. Strikeout number 2 for Nolan Ryan. 2 up, 2 down for Jose Uribe, the shortstop, switch hitter. 5-6 against Ryan is another strikeout versus a lefty. So in 2 innings, that's 3 strikeouts for Ryan. And the Giants go meekly here in the second. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. And Krukow back on the mound will be facing Glenn Davis, power hitting first baseman. 1-5 is a double to left field for Glenn Davis. So he got into one. Leadoff double for Glenn Davis on that 1-5. Here is Mark Bailey, the catcher, switch hitting catcher. 5-11 against Krukow is another ballpark singles check right here. 1 to 10. Once again on the singles is 1 to 10. That is a 6, so it is a single with 1 star. Oops, wrong. Single with 1 star is going to put runners at the corners with nobody out for Kevin Bass, switch hitting outfielder playing right field in this game. So Kevin Bass steps up. Infield's at double play depth. They want to try to turn 2 and minimize the damage. 6-12 is a walk, so it's not going to matter. It's going to load the bases. So now they get a force at any base. Force at any base, and they're going to play in to see if they can get the force at home against Tony Walker. It's a 1-6 for Walker. Ground ball shortstop A, so if I go to my little cheat sheet for ground ball A with the bases loaded and the infield in, little cheat sheet here. Infield in, ground ball A with the bases loaded, that's a 9. And 9 says batter out, runner on third out, double play. So how about that? So it's a 6-2-3 double play is the way we're going to score that. So it's a Davis is out 6-2 for out number 1, and then Walker is out 2-3. Double completion of double play. Other runners advance. So that kept the run from scoring by playing the infield in. Wise move by Roger Craig, because he knows that scoring runs against Ryan's going to be at a premium, so didn't want to give up a cheapie. Alright, threat's not over yet. Dickie Thon's up with 2 on in scoring position. It's a 4-6, and that's a strikeout for Krukow, so he gets out of the inning with no damage done. So both pitchers had some troubles in the first 2 innings, but they work around them. We go to the third, and it's still no score. If I can get the cards to stand upright for me. Okay. Let's go to the third, and actually Mike Krukow is going to lead off for the Giants. And he hits off pitcher hitting card number 2. So obviously not a good hitter. But we're off Ryan anyway. 5-8. That's a strikeout, and that is strikeout 3rd in a row and 4th of the game for Nolan Ryan. Brings up the top of the order, and Dan Gladden singled and was caught stealing his first trip. 6-6. It's a 1-3 triple. Anything else, he'll fly to center. And that is a 2 actually. So that is going to be a triple. That is going to be a triple for Dan Gladden. A 1-out triple off of Ryan's card. Brings up Will Clark. The infield's in. They want to choke that run off with 1 out. Here's Clark. 3-5. Fly ball center field B question mark. So that brings in the interesting rule there. It's not a guaranteed sac fly. What we're going to do is take the running rating of the runner on third base. That is Gladden. He's a 16. We're going to compare that to the outfielder's arm and then add 2 to that. So the center fielder, he is Tony Walker. He's a -2. So we're going to take the 16, subtract 2, make it a 14, but then you add 2 to make it a 16. So 1 to 16, he'll be safe. 17 through 20, we got a double play at the plate. It's 15, so he made it. Sacrifice fly to center field, and the Giants break through for the first run of the game. Will Clark sac fly. Giants lead at 1-0. Here's Chili Davis. 3-11, and that's ground ball back to Ryan to end the inning. But the Giants pick up a run here in the top of the third, and they lead it 1-0 as we go to the bottom half. And Nolan Ryan, the pitcher, will be leading things off for the Astros, and he is even a worse hitter than Krukow. He's using pitcher hitting card number 1. So pitcher hitting card number 1. And we actually go to that 1-6. That is a strikeout. So Nolan Ryan easily retired on the strikeout. 1 away. Top of the order for Terry Poole. Poole popped to first, his first chance. 4-4 is a fly ball center field X. That is Gladden. He's a 3. And that's an 18, so that'll be a good play. Fly to center. 2 down. Brings up Bill Doran. Or as Chris Berman used to call him, Bill Doran for Duran Duran. 3-5 is a 1-2 double. And anything else, he'll fly to right. That's a fly to right. That's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Stros. We played 3 complete here at the Astrodome. And the Giants maintain a 1-0 lead. And that'll bring up Jeffrey Leonard, the left fielder. He will lead things off. He was Nolan Ryan's first strikeout victim of the game back in the first inning. 1-5 is a 1 home run. Anything else, and it'll be a fly to left. So that's a fly to left. Handled out there easily by Poole. 1 away for Chris Brown. And Brown line to short his first trip. 3-2. He's going to line to short again. So 2 times in a row he is lined to the shortstop Dickie Thon. 2 down for Bob Brenly, catcher. He also lined to short, I think off of a ballpark check. 5-11 for Ryan. 5-11's a fly ball left field X. That is Poole. Poole is a 3. And that's a 7, so I think he'll be okay with that. Check the chart. A 3 and a 7 is a fly ball C, so that works out just fine. And that's going to end the inning. So we go to the bottom half of the 4th. And Krukow, trying to get him straight here. Leaning that crack just the right amount to get the card to show right. There we go. Alright, leading off will be Denny Walling here in the bottom of the 4th. Denny Walling. And Walling, his first trip lined out to the first baseman Clark. 6-6 is a 1-2 single, and a 3-20 will line out to second. And so he's going to line out to second. He lined to first, now he's lined to second. Oops, not just, it's out number 1. Alrighty. Brings up Glenn Davis, first baseman. Doubled his first time, but then was thrown out at the plate. 4-9 against Krukow is a ground ball second base C. I'm not doing the split things, I'm taking the original result on that. So that is a 4-3 ground out for out number 2. Brings up Mark Bailey. Bailey, switch hitting catcher. 3-8 is a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. So we go to the 5th, still 1-0 in favor of the Giants. And Robbie Thompson, followed by Uribe and Krukow, number 7, 8, and 9 in the order, coming up to start the 5th. Nolan Ryan back in the bump. Slowed down on his strikeouts last inning. See if he can pick that back up. 6-9, and right on cue, there it is, a strikeout. That is strikeout number 5 for Nolan Ryan. Here's Uribe. 4-5 switch hitter is another strikeout. So as soon as I say something about that, Ryan picks up 2 strikeouts, and he gets to face Krukow off pitcher hitting card number 2. So a good chance for another strikeout. 1-12, but this is going to be a line out to as many outs as possible. So line out to short is going to end the inning. There's already 2 outs, so it doesn't matter. And Ryan completes the 5th. No further damage that inning. He is now up to 6 strikeouts in 5 innings. So he's got the strikeout thing going, but he doesn't have the run support going. That's the one part that's getting him. His team has not been able to break through against Krukow. Well, Kevin Bass is going to give it a shot here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 4-6. That's a walk. It's a good start. Got to start somewhere, and a leadoff walk is usually pretty good. Here's Tony Walker. See what Tony Walker can do. 112. That's a line out third base max plus injury. Well, I'm not doing the injuries, but the line out max will be a double play. So it's an L5. He lines it to third to Chris Brown for out number 1. And Brown fires back over to first to double off Kevin Bass. So 2 quick outs. And so much for that rally. Here's Dickie Thon. 3-6 is a single to right. So maybe he's going to start another rally. But now you've got the number 9 hitter, Nolan Ryan, to the plate with pitcher hitting card number 1. And that's a 3-3. And a 3-3 is a pop out to short. So the inning fizzles here in the bottom of the 5th. So we played 5 complete here at the Astrodome. It is still the Giants 1 and the Astros nothing. Ryan now will start his point of weakness inning. It is inning number 6. Krukow is number 7, but this is inning number 6 for Ryan, so we'll keep an eye out. Here's Gladden. 3-2, that is a walk. So leadoff walk could be troublesome. Now Gladden was already caught stealing once, so they're going to leave him alone and let Will Clark swing away. 6-11 is a ground ball first base X, Glenn Davis. First baseman is a 4. And that's a 5. That could be problematic. 4 and a 5 is a double with 2 stars. So Will Clark doubles it down the line past Glenn Davis. And Gladden will stop at third base. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. And Nolan Ryan, 1 base runner from his point of weakness. Brings up Chili Davis. The infield's going to have to come in. 4-6 is another walk. That will load the bases. So now he is at his point of weakness. But they're gonna, the bullpen's going, but they're gonna stick with Ryan a little bit longer. Infield's in, Force is at the plate. It's a 6-5, and 1-3 is a triple. 4-20 will be a sacrifice fly. And that's a sacrifice fly to center field. Makes it 2-0. Both runs on sacrifice flies. So, and both scored by Gladden. So it's 2-0 Giants. And that will bring up Chris Brown with runners at first and second and 1 out. It's lined to short twice. 6-11 is a fly ball left field X. Pulls a 3. And that's a 2. That's bad news for Nolan Ryan. 3 and a 2 is a double 2 stars. So that's going to score the 1 run and move Chili Davis to third. So runners are at second and third. Another run is in. It's 3-0. And Bob Brindley. And Ryan tired still might be better than somebody else fresh, so they keep going with him. 5-8 is a strikeout. So Nolan Ryan trying to work through this. That's out number 2 for Robbie Thompson. 3-7 is a single, but I am using the clutch, and that does have the clutch symbol. There is a runner at second. There is 2 outs, so instead of a single, it's going to be a pop out to short to end the inning. So Ryan caught a break there, but it is 3-0 Giants as we go to the bottom of the 6th, and that's probably going to be all for Ryan. I think his night is done, as he did not get any run support. And he's being out-dueled by Mike Krukow, the 20-game winner. All right, top of the order for the Stros, it's Terry Poole. 4-7 is a ground ball second base X. Robbie Thompson's a 2, and that's 12, so that is an error check. Robbie Thompson's error rating is a 20, and that's a 6. So a E20 and a 6 is a 1 base error. E20 and a 6 is a 1 base error. So E4 on Thompson. First error of the game on either team. Brings up Bill Doran. Poole's a good runner, but you're down 3-0, so they're not going to steal. Look, that's a 1-11. And that's a ballpark single check. So 1-10 would do it. That's a 14, so he's going to line to second. 1 away. for Denny Walling. 6-3 is a ground ball pitcher X. Krukow's a 226. That's an 8. So a pitcher at 2 and 8 means we're going to his error rating. He is an E26, and that's an 11. So pitcher E26, and 11 is a ground ball A. So he was able to make that play, and it's also a double play. So that's going to be a 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. And the shutout's intact. We played 6 complete. It is San Francisco 3 and Houston nothing. And we're going to have a new pitcher for Nolan Ryan. So the Giants are going to send up Uribe, Krukow, and Gladden. So let's see who the Astros are going to counter with. Looks like they're going to go with Charlie Kerfeld. So Charlie Kerfeld, if you remember him, he was kind of a portly reliever, big tall guy, kind of stout, kind of a John Kruk looking guy with glasses, if that gives you any help. So Kerfeld, Charlie Kerfeld is in, facing Jose Uribe. So 3-8 for Uribe, and that's a fly to right, 1 away. Brings up Krukow off pitcher hitting card number 2, but it's off the pitcher. 4-8 strikeout. So 2 down. And that brings up Dan Gladden. 2-7, and Gladden will get a 2-out single, as that was not a clutch situation, so that single stands. Brings up Will Clark. 1-2, Will the Thrill fouls out to the catcher Bailey to end the inning. So 7th inning stretch time at the Dome. Score remains San Francisco 3, Houston nothing. And Krukow is now set to begin his point of weakness inning, which is inning number 7. And he's going to face Glenn Davis. 2-4 for Davis is a line out to third, 1 away. Brings up Mark Bailey, catcher, switch hitting catcher. 4-4 for Krukow is a fly ball center field X, and the center fielder Gladden's a 3. That's a 10, so that is an error check on Gladden, and Gladden's an E6, and that is a 6. So an E6 and a 6 is a fly ball B, so he was able to make that play. 2 down, 2 up, 2 down for Kevin Bass, right fielder. And the Astros getting stymied by Krukow. 6-9 for Krukow against a lefty. Switch hitter batting left. It's a fly ball to left. And again, another 1-2-3 inning. So Krukow bucking for a complete game here, maybe. Here's Kerfeld back on the bump to start the 8th. And he'll be facing Chili Davis, Jeff Leonard, and Chris Brown. Trying to keep things where they are at 3-0. 1-7 for Davis is a strikeout. So 1 away for Jeff Leonard. 1-5 is a 1 home run. Anything else is a fly to left. And that's an 18. So that is a deep fly to left. 2 down for Chris Brown. Oops. Chris Brown. 6-2, it's a ground ball shortstop X. That's Dickie Thon. Thon is a 2, and that's a 9, which goes to the error check. Thon is an E21, and that's a 5. E21 and a 5 for the shortstop. E21 and a 5 is a 1 base error. So E6 on Mr. Thon. Now each team has committed an error. Brings up Bob Brenly with 2 outs and a runner at first. Brenly's 0 for 3. 2-3 for Brenly is a fly ball to right, and that's going to end the inning. So he's 0 for 4. Not a good day for Mr. Brenly. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 3-0. And since he gave up nothing in the bottom of the 7th, Krukow is still fresh as a daisy to keep going, and he'll be facing Tony Walker, Dickie Thon, and a pinch hitter for Kerfeld. So 1-3 for Tony Walker, and that's a pop out to the first baseman Will Clark. One away. Brings up Dickie Thon, and on the bench for the Astros, Jose Cruz. Jose Cruz will be the pinch hitter for Kerfeld. Here's Dickie Thon, 4-10. He has a strikeout, so that's 2 away. And now Jose Cruz will pinch hit. Jose Cruz. 3-9 for Cruz is a ground ball to third. And another 3 up, 3 down inning. And boy, the Astros just can't get anything off of Krukow. He is just stymieing them the whole game. And now, need a new pitcher in the 9th for the Astros as Kerfeld is lifted. And let's see who's coming up for the Giants. Thompson, Uribe, and Krukow. They will go with... They don't want to use their closer, so they're going to go with the limited cards that I have. I'm going to go with Frank DePino. So lefty Frank DePino is in. See if we can keep things the same here in the 9th against the bottom of the order. Robbie Thompson, and Krukow is going to bat for himself. He's going to go for the complete game shutout. So 3-8 against the lefty. 3-8 is a strikeout of Thompson, and that's 1 away. Brings up switch hitting Uribe. He will now bat right-handed. 6-9 is a 1-5 double. 6-20 single. It is a 15, so it's a 1-out single for Uribe. And now Krukow will bat for himself. Not going to worry about bunting. He's got a 3-0 lead. He's going to swing away. 4-12, so we're actually off to Pino. 4-12 is a fly ball right field X. That is Kevin Bass. He's a 3. And that's an 11, so we're going to the error check on Kevin Bass. He's an E5, and that is a 9. So an E5 and a 9 is a fly ball B. Good play. So 2 down. And now we've got top of the order in Dan Gladden. He's been on base all 4 times. 5-5, not this time. DePino strikes him out. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Score still 3-0 Giants. Now the Giants do have Greg Minton in their bullpen in case Krukow starts to run into issues. But Roger Craig trying to get him the complete game shutout. Here's Terry Poole. 4-4 is a fly ball center field X. That's Gladden. He's a 3. And that's a 14. So I believe that might be a good play. And it is. A 3 and a 14 is a fly ball C. So good play. 1 down. Brings up Bill Doran, second baseman. It's a 6-7 against a lefty. That's a strikeout for Krukow. So 2 down. We're down to our final at bat. Denny Walling. And Walling did hit .312 on the '86 season, so he's got a good hitter. 6-6, but he's off the pitcher card. 1-2 is a single. Anything else, he's going to line it to Thompson, and the game's over. And that's exactly what happens. He lines it to Thompson. Ball game over. The Giants shut out the Astros 3-0 behind the complete game performance from Mike Krukow. So let's look at the totals on the fly here. Let's see how many hits Krukow gave up. 1, 2, 3. I've got him for 3 hits. A single by Bailey, a double by Glenn Davis, and a single by Thon. So the way I see it unofficially, it's a 3-hit shutout. He walks 1, 2. That's it. Walks 2. Strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So his line, 9 innings pitched, no runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts, and gets the win. For the Giants, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So 3, 8, and 1 for the Giants, 0, 3, and 1 for the Astros. The final line on Nolan Ryan, he went 6 innings. And let's see, 1, 2, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5, 6 hits given up by Nolan Ryan. 3 runs, all earned. He walked 1, 2, walked 2. I think I say he struck out 8. Might have been 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7 strikeouts. I've got him for. So Nolan Ryan's final line: 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 3 earned, 6 hits, walked 2, struck out 7, and did take the loss. So the actual game, the Astros won in real life on this opening day by the final score of 8-3. In this one, much less scoring. They win it 3-0 behind the powerful pitching of Mike Krukow. And Mike Krukow dropped his card. Mike Krukow in 1986 was 29 with a 3.05 ERA. So certainly all-star caliber there, and he showed it. And the Astros know all about it now. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that presentation of advanced Strat-O-Matic using the 1986 set that I got from Moonlight Graham. And I don't get to play it very often, so I thought I'd pull it out and give it a go today. And hope you all enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And as usual, I will see you all down the road.